Hey all, today I'm back working on the Torana. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's where we're at. So I'm busy moving into the new workshop here, and well, as probably close to a month ago now, at least a couple of weeks ago, I was relocating this car, Torana, which I built. I finished it off on the channel with a couple of videos, just tidying up, well, finishing off the exhaust and tidying up a few bits on the car. But the majority of it was built long before I got on YouTube. There's a video I put up, I don't know, about a year ago, which talks about the 9-year build of this car. So that's the backstory of the car. Anyway, so what happened was, I was driving along and it started chewing oil. Well, it's always used a bit of oil since I got on the road. It's now done 5,500 kilometers since it was finished. Got on the road. It was always used a little bit of oil, not too much, but it got a lot worse quickly, to the point where I think I did 100 kilometers and it drank over a litre. And did that a couple of times, and I got stranded because I sort of ran out of oil because I was moving the car a couple of hours drive away. Anyway, long story short, got the car back there, and then I've moved it to here, and it's the issue with it is that it's using oil. It started to run like crap, and it didn't want to idle and all that in the end, so I brought it here on the trailer. And I've got a couple of hours spare today while moving things around in the shop. I'm still getting the workshop set up, but I've got a couple of hours spare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig into it and see if I can't figure out what's wrong. I've got a theory, but yeah, let's dig in and have a look. So the engine is it's a Holden 355, so it's a Holden 308 block. It's 20 thou over, and I built the motor myself, which could be part of the problem we've got going on here, but it's got a Scat 355 crank and rods in it, some flat top pistons. It's got early Holden iron heads, which give it a very close to 11:1 static compression. Roller rockers, I think it's a Crane 286 cam, the one that everyone seems to use. It's got a terrible inlet manifold on it, which I think is really holding it back, and a Brawler 750, I think, or 700 vac secondaries carby. It was running great. Everything was fine for the sort of 5,500 kilometers it's done, except it was using a little bit of oil. It was not uncommon for me to need to put a litre in here and there, and I don't know how many times I did it, but it did go through quite a bit of oil. But like I said, it got a lot worse quickly. I did the obvious things, looked around for external leaks, couldn't find any, which was disappointing. But my theory is that I built the bottom end, so I know that I measured everything like properly, I think, and I know that I've got my piston to bore clearance was good. I know I installed brand new rings right. I know the bores were good. The bores that had been bored, and it was a fresh bore, so it had done no work. Like I said, 20 thou over, quality rings, good pistons, everything on the bottom end seemed right. I had good bearing clearances, all of that stuff measured, tested, fine. My theory is that the iron heads that I've got, they'd been sitting on a shelf for a very long time. I bought them off the same bloke I bought the bottom end off, like the block. It came with these heads, and the heads are heavily ported, big valves in them, supposedly like a good thing. But what I reckon is they've been sitting around for so long that the guides may be shot, the valve guides. And so my theory is that when I'm driving along, it's doing 3,000 RPM on the highway because of Ford top loader, 4-speed plus 3.9 ratio gear in the rear end. It's, you know, doing a lot of revs on the freeway, and the valley cover, so the rocker covers on the heads there, it's filling up with oil and leaking in past the guides. So what I want to do today is I'm going to pull out the plugs, maybe stick a camera in there and have a look and see. I'm expecting to see lots and lots of carbon. I'm expecting to see really tore up plugs, but I'll start pulling it apart and I'll come back. So these are the plugs. They're ugly. There's a lot of carbon buildup on these from burning oil, obviously, which is consistent with, you know, the engine running not well and the excessive oil consumption. What I need to do now is figure out how it's occurring, if it's coming through past the rings, which I'm hoping it's not, or if it's coming past the valves. Given that it's not a smoke factory, when I stand on the throttle, and it's also, it doesn't have like excessive blow-by. Like you can have it running, you pull the oil filler cap out, and it's not just heaving crankcase fumes all out the breather cap. That to me tells me that the bottom end's probably good, because if the bottom end was no good, the cylinder pressure would just be going past the rings and pressurizing the crankcase. At least that's the way my mind thinks. I don't think the oil control ring can be no good, but then the compression ring is good. I don't know. Maybe it can. Anyway, I'm going to get the camera and stick it in the bores, and we'll have a look at what they look like. So here we go. Going number one. There's a lot of carbon on top of the piston. Look at that bit just there. That's like a huge flake just sort of hanging out. It seems to be in the center. All the, oh no, except for that bit there. But that looks like it's moved. The majority of all the carbon appears to be in the center of the bore. Look at the next one. Number 3. It's all the way down. Yeah, it all appears to be in the center as well. That to me, I could be wrong, but that to me indicates that oil will be dripping in down the valves, and that's why all of the carbon and all the crap is built up in the center of the piston. At least that's the theory I'm going with. But I'll check because that's number 2. I'll check 4, 6 and 8 to make sure there's nothing else going on. I've just had a thought. What's that bar? I've had a thought just now that's made me feel uncomfortable. The pattern that I'm seeing on the boroscope on those pistons of where the carbon is, that looks extremely like the kidney shape of the combustion chamber in the head, which makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it proves or disproves my theory. I need to do a bit of thinking about it, dig in some more. I guess while I've got it apart, I could put a compression tester on it and do that and see if there's anything alarming. I'll do that. A very healthy 210 psi for cylinder number 2. 220 psi for number 4. 200 psi for number 6. 200 psi for number 8. 215 for cylinder 1. 205 for number 3. That's 235 psi. It's the highest one yet. 215 psi. Not sure if it's conclusive or not. I think it is. So the compression test, cylinder 1, 215, 210, 205, 220, 235, 200, 215, 210. It's all within, what do they say, 10%, I guess. They're high. I've never seen compression figures like that. I guess that's what 11:1 static compression gets you. But yeah, not sure if it's conclusive. What I might do is pull a valve cover and have a look what's going underneath, see if I can see anything, and move from there. I got the valve covers off, pulled off the carby, gave everything a good look over. Everything looks good. Everything looks exactly how I remember it when I put it together. It's actually got, it's going to be very hard to get in here and have a look, but it's actually got triple valve springs. See if I can get you in there proper to have a decent look, but there's an outer, and then there's an outer regular type looking valve spring, then there's a one smaller on the inside that looks like that, and then there's another one in between, which is interesting. I'm used to doubles, but I don't know, triples. Anyway, but everything looks good. Like I can see the valve stems in there, and I know that's not going to be a great indication, but I remember when I put this motor together, the valves looked really good. I didn't pull the valves out and look them over and check out the guides and the stems for any wear or anything like that. I didn't do that. I was told that the heads were fresh, and they certainly looked it, so I just put them on and ran it. So I was looking down in the intake. This is that horrible intake that's choking the motor back, but I was looking down in the intake and I couldn't see huge clumps of oil, and I was getting to the point where I was convincing myself that it must be leaking past the valve guides down into the cylinders. But then I had a look at the PCV valve. It makes all the right noises when you shake it, but there's no resistance on vacuum, which it's a fail. So the way it's supposed to work is when the engine's at idle, this shouldn't be sucking. It should pull up a plunger that either fully blocks or partially blocks the flow of air through the crankcase here and into the inlet manifold, but it's not doing that. There's no resistance at all, which to me, I think this is the smoking gun. In fact, I'm convinced it's the smoking gun. So what I'm going to do is put it back together. I'm going to order a new PCV valve, put in a fresh set of spark plugs, and hopefully that's the fix. But we'll come back another time when I've got all the bits and pieces, and we'll see if this was the culprit. Thanks for watching.